The rows of silent valleys, in a small, forgotten village nestled between towering mountains and deep forests, there lived a boy named Aran. The villagers called him the Shadow because he rarely spoke and always seemed to drift like a ghost through the cobblestone streets. Aran was different, not by choice, but by circumstance. At the age of 5, an illness had taken his voice, leaving him to communicate through gestures and scribbles on pieces of paper. His family was poor, too poor to afford the medical care that might have saved his voice. His father was a woodcutter, his mother a weaver. Every coin they earned was spent on food and shelter. Aran often helped his father in the forest, silently carrying logs or sharpening tools. Despite his silence, the woods became his sanctuary. One winter, tragedy struck. A fierce storm swept through the valley, taking Aran's father with it. The villagers found his lifeless body beneath a fallen tree. Grief consumed the household, and soon after, Aran's mother fell ill from the cold she endured weaving late into the night to make ends meet. By spring, she, too, was gone. At just 15, Aran was left alone in a world that seemed to have no room for him. With no family to care for him, Aran turned to the forest. He built a small hut from the timber his father had once cut, surviving on berries, mushrooms, and the occasional fish from the nearby stream. Though his life was hard, he found solace in the beauty of nature. He began to carve intricate figures from wood, animals, flowers, and scenes from the village. His carvings were so lifelike that they seemed to breathe. One day, a traveler passed through the village and saw Aran's carvings displayed outside his hut. The traveler was a merchant who dealt in rare and exquisite items. He offered to buy a small rose Aran had carved, its petals so delicate they looked like they might wilt in the sun. Hesitant at first, Aran agreed. The merchant paid him generously and promised to return. True to his word, the merchant came back a month later, bringing more customers who marveled at Aran's talent. With each carving he sold, Aran saved a portion of his earnings, determined to give back to the village that had once pitied him. He used his newfound wealth to rebuild the crumbling schoolhouse, ensuring that no child would grow up without the chance to learn. He funded a small clinic so others would not lose their voices or lives to treatable illnesses. Years passed, and the once-forgotten boy became the heart of the village. Though he still could not speak, his actions spoke louder than words ever could. His carvings, now sought after by collectors worldwide, told the story of his journey, of loss, resilience, and the quiet strength that had carried him through. One day, an elderly villager approached him with tears in her eyes. She pointed to a carving he had made of a father and son walking through a forest. She whispered, "You've given us more than anyone ever has. But tell me, Aran, how do you find the strength to keep giving after all you've lost?" Aran smiled softly and handed her a small wooden heart. On it, he had etched a single word, hope. Though his life had begun in shadows, Aran had become the light of silent valleys. His story reminded everyone that even in the depths of sorrow, hope could bloom like the most delicate rose, transforming pain into purpose and silence into a symphony of kindness. Thank you. If you're interested in experiencing more stories like this, comment down, please like, share, and subscribe at the Motivation channel.